Happy new quad day, guys. Well, we're out today filming a first impression, first look at the Rate L40. This is a long-range drone without a GPS, which is a little bit of a bizarre design choice. Am I going to like it or am I going to not rate it? I make absolutely no apologies for the amount of rate puns I am about to make in this video. It comes initially with a GoPro mount on the top. I do apologise. But as you can see, in the box is a GPS mount, so I've changed it for that GPS mount, and we'll take it out and fly it. Now, I haven't installed the GPS because I'm going to do that on the review, so that if you guys decide to pick one of these up, we're going to have a video of all the resources that you need, from setup to installation of GPS, beta flight, and all the rest of it. But let's freaking go! So this is our maiden flight and first look of the Rate L40 from a new company called, well, Rate. And the question is, are we going to rate it? How many rate puns can I make? And will the quality of the filming look a little bit better now I've made a few changes to my camera settings? I did notice the ground has been a little bit too dark in some of them, and people have been sort of mentioning that too. Now this is probably a perfect park flyer because you've got the 04, but if you listen to it, it is so quiet as well. Now it is about minus 953 billion degrees here in the UK today, so if I do sound a little bit cold, it may be because I am, but this is, I mean, this is stunning. I made a joke yesterday saying I don't really want to send it because it looks too nice. So you hear a little bit of a hum above you, but overall nothing major. Over here, just so you know, the signal is at minus 48, even low to the ground like that. And obviously that's where we was nearly fail-safing with the Mario Mini. A couple of people on the path there, as mentioned then by the spotter. But this, from a cruising perspective, just cruises so, and it's so cheap as well. It really is cheap. There's always going to be an issue with price of the 04s, and until a competition or a competitor comes along that provides similar quality for better prices, it is essentially a monopoly, isn't it? But as I mentioned the other day, you know, this is sort of, we used to have to get GoPros on and go crazy heavy for stuff like this, whereas now I'm just sort of humming around a park, 9 o'clock in the morning, we're into the shadows, we're into the lights. So far from what I can see on the goggles, it's looking really nice. Now I'm using a 660 mAh from GNB. It is an abused LIPOS, so just bear that in mind. But we're at 3.6 volts and we've been flying for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which doesn't sound massively efficient, but like I said, the LIPO is abused, and also it is 0 degrees, so you are going to expect a little bit less out of them on a day like today. But for a maiden flight, I'd say that was a success, and what I'll do is I'll stick a 720 mAh sub 250 LIPO on in a second, and we'll give that a bit of a rip. But if you're looking for a park cruiser, this is going to be super low on the Karen score, by the way, I can tell you that now. If you're looking for a park cruiser that's chill, that's quiet and that's cheap, and it's pretty stunning, I can't lie. This might be the one. Now there are some design choices on this that I think are a little bit questionable. We have a gaggle of angry Karens to our right hand side. Let's see if they kick off. There are some design choices on this which are a little bit questionable. The main one being having a drone that's classified as long range but not having a GPS on it, which I find really strange. But you do get a GPS holder for a nano GPS, so it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world, but you are going to have to know how to solder to get the most out of this. Now I'm going to have a tutorial of how to do it. We'll probably do it in the review video, to be fair. But yeah, it's just a bizarre design choice. But you always get compromises with everything these days, don't you? To do an inverted yaw spin for Boy Wonder. He's not the spotter today, as you can tell. It's a lot quieter. The spotter that we've got today is just spotting, as opposed to fighting off imaginary wasps, etc. He's a funny kid, he really is. But yeah, we're having fun. It's I'm really enjoying this actually. This is far more than what I actually expected it to be. Far more. This is one that I expected to get, review, and then take apart, use the parts, etc. I actually don't think I will be taking it apart, but I'll definitely be showing you how to install the GPS. And if the GPS doesn't have any issues with it, I think we're laughing. It has got a beeper built in. And today I decided not to hit the goalpost, although I very nearly did. Oh dear me. Yeah, this is really, really nice. I'm going to have to land it very, very carefully because I don't want to get it dirty. Not only does it fly super well, but it is very, very nice looking as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few passes past me for the sort of noise. Just for a first look at the noise, we'll do a proper Karen. So I'll do a quick full throttle punch in front of us. Now obviously, because it is a long range drone, you've got dual props as opposed to tri-props. It isn't going to be as thrusty and as powerful as a 4-inch that's designed for freestyle. Let me be quiet a second. And it is a bit of a lower hum, but I think that lower hum, let me shut up a second, is less annoying to people. I think it's the really high whiny pitch that people don't like. Let me come back and back to myself. So I think this battery has lasted, I think it was 3 minutes flying before and over a minute now. So probably we can eke out 5 minutes, I'm going to guess, from this 720 mAh sub 250 4S LIHV. Let me do another pass. And if I do this now and go, you should be able to hear the beeper, which starts beeping when you've got a low battery, so you can land it without too much of a problem. And I'll just do one more pass. Okay, I've just been told the air ambulance is landing, so I'm going to land it instantly. It's actually the police helicopter, not the air ambulance. But you can see it's pretty low. It's over 400 foot, don't get me wrong. But it's really good to have a spotter so that you know when that's happening, because that just came out of nowhere. Thankfully the spotter saw it as soon as it came on the horizon, and we landed safely. Right, let's go and have a think and a thought and first impression of this drone. Again, I make absolutely no apologies for the number of rate puns I'm about to make in this video, or have already made, but I really rate this drone. It looks stunning, it genuinely does. Now you'll see on the side I've actually taken off the side panel, because to get to the flight controller you actually have to lift off some of the screws at the top to then lift off the TPU, because it goes on the standoff. Bit of a poor design choice, but overall I think it's brilliant. It's not overly loud, it's not massively inefficient. We are going to have to install the GPS ourselves, but overall I absolutely rate this. I hope you've enjoyed this first look. Let me know if you're enjoying these first look videos, and obviously further on into the week I will have a full beta flight setup review, GPS install, GPS setup, and anything else I can think of along the way. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please do drop them in the comments down below. Until next time, peace out. YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most, so watch it and let me know if they're right.